everybody, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you for joining me for the last card in my mini series. It's part of the Make It in Minutes series, and this is called Stylized Birthday. So we created 3 cards already. Today we're going to create the last one. The one thing I love about this series is that we're using very minimal supplies. So all of the supplies that I use all kind of go together. It makes it very nice and easy and very affordable. So let's talk about the cardstock we're using. I'm using Blushing Bride cardstock. I have this one cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25 inches. All of my cards in this series use the Falling in Love Designer Series paper, and I've got a piece here. This is the one with just kind of a little checkerboard on the back, and I have this cut at 2.25 by 5 inches. I've got 2 pieces of Very Vanilla. One is a 3 by 3 square. The other one is a strip. This is 3/4 inch by 5.5 inches. And then I have 7 inches of the Blushing Bride Satin Stitched Ribbon. We're also going to need a little bit more to create a bow, but I'm going to share with you how to make one very, very quickly and easily. So we're going to start by just putting some snail adhesive on the back of the Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to adhere that all the way over to the left side of my card base. I'm now going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put some snail on the back of my Very Vanilla strip, and for this one I'm just going to butt it up right up against the side. So I'm not going to go over it, it's just going to lay right on the side. Now let's come in with that 11 inches of the Blushing Bride ribbon. It's actually going to go on the inside and come around, but what I love about this is it also gives a nice softness to the inside. Now I want you to see it doesn't touch. Don't worry about it. That is not going to be a problem. We're going to cover this up. I'm going to put some snail adhesive right there. I'm centering it up right here. Let's do the same up here on this piece again. Now before I work with this, I want to point something out. I did just a really basic square right here. Now I want to tell you this piece is 2.75 by 2.75, but I wanted to give you the option if you wanted to step it up just a notch. So I have got the, this is the largest square in the stitch shape framelits. And what we can do is we can lay that right here onto our cardstock, and we can run that through the Big Shot, and it's going to give us a little bit of a stepped up version. We can now come in with the Stylized Birthday stamp. Remember, we're only using 1 stamp and 1 ink pad. That is a soft suede. So let's ink up our stamp. When we go to stamp this on the cardstock, a little bit of the Y in birthday is going to be cut off. I just want to make you aware of that. Let's go ahead and stamp that right in the middle of our card. And there we go. So yeah, you can see the little bit of that Y comes off, but that is not a problem. We're now going to come in with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's go ahead and bring our card base in. 4 Stampin' Dimensionals are going to do the trick. We're now going to adhere our sentiment right over that ribbon. So what I like to do when I have to make really small bows is I like to just leave the ribbon on the roll. And I'm simply going to make 2 loops and just tie them together. This works so well, and guys, this ribbon ties so nicely. And this also allows me to not have any waste when I'm tying the bow. So let's give that a little tug, and you can see we can just make that as small as we like, and we do want this one to be kind of small. We want it to be kind of delicate. To adhere our bow, we are simply going to press that onto a glue dot, add it right there in the corner, and look at that. So let me go ahead and bring in both cards so you can see. You can do the stitch shape framelits. I think that adds a really nice look. But if those aren't available to you, remember you can just go with a 3 or 2.75 inch square and create it that way as well. Again, talk about make it in minutes. I'm letting the Designer Series paper do most of the work for me. And guys, that Falling in Love Designer Series paper is absolutely stunning. Now, remember, you can get any of the supplies that I use to create all 4 cards in the Stylized Birthday series, and you can find them at one place. SimplySimpleStamping.com. Just head on over there and look for the March 22nd, 2017 blog post. You're going to see today's cards. I'll have all the supplies there. And if there's any other products that you need, I've made it really easy. Just click a pick. It'll take you right over to my online store, and you can get what you need. Now, You may think we're done. I've got one more video for you in this series, and that is a fabulous little gift box that you can house all of these cards, so you could either use them as birthday cards or give them as a birthday gift. And guys, let me tell you what, some of my most loved gifts have always been the gift of hand-stamped cards. People really, really appreciate those, so be sure to come back tomorrow for that video. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of my mini-series, part of the Make It in Minutes. I'm absolutely loving sharing these ideas. I hope you guys are too. We'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.